All right. Hello, everyone. Let's give everyone a minute to come on in. I just would like to start off and welcome everyone to the St. Ignatius College Prep College Fair. We're very excited to have you participating in this event with us. We have some fantastic institutions here with us today. Each school will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but they will be around for the entire session to answer any of your questions. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, just a couple very quick housekeeping items for you. Your camera and mic are off, so our presenters cannot see or hear you. You can use that Q&A button on your screen, though, to type questions to them at any point in time. This is just one of many different sessions happening this evening, so please be sure to check out the schedule on the website for anything else you might be interested in. And finally, this presentation will be recorded and it will be available at strivescan.com/Ignatius. I'd now like to turn it over to our very first presenter, the American Academy of Art.
Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint and we will go ahead and start my presentation. So let me, why is this not, hold on. There we go. All right. So basically, my name is Lisa DeLuca. Let's start off with a nice introduction. And the school that I'm representing is, let me pull it up, American Academy of Art College. And I'm not sure how many of you have ever heard of my school before, but by this brief presentation I'm going to do, at least you'll be somewhat knowledgeable as to the type of school that we are. So American Academy of Art College is a 4-year private institution that is actually located in Chicago. Specifically, we are in the South Loop at Michigan and Van Buren. So this is our building. I know it doesn't necessarily look like a college. We only occupy 2 floors in this vintage mid-rise. So this is a very urban environment for students. We also are a school that has a very intimate environment of like-minded people. When I say small, like we're pretty small. We have maybe 10 students in a class, give or take a few, depending on the class. What I'm showing you are some examples of some of the culture and museums that surround the city of Chicago. We definitely, encourage students to consider location when they're looking at a college. And for an art school, I have to say that our school really takes advantage of bringing students, for example, to the Art Institute during class time, bringing them to the Museum of Science and Industries so that they can draw from the fossils. Going out into the park in nicer weather and being able to work in an en plein air environment where they work from natural sunlight. And for photography students, there's a lot of subject matter in the city because you have street photography, you have architectural photography. So we're real excited about our location. Also, there is a dorm. If anyone has any interest, I will honestly say that most of the students who attend the academy are commuters, but there is a small percentage who do stay in the city. Of that percentage, most of them stay at University Center. So this is actually a facility that is used not just by us, but also other colleges in the area. And I've stayed here personally as an RA when we did our overnight summer program. It's a really nice space. They have a lot of great amenities. They have a rooftop deck. They have a party room. They have workout room. They have laundry. They have decent food. It's a nice location. And it's maybe a 2-block walk from the academy. The American Academy of Art College is a school that is regionally accredited. So I do want to share a little bit of information about our curriculum as I show you some interior shots of the space itself. So basically at the Academy, you can pursue what's called a BFA. That's a 4-year program. And what I also want you to know about our school is that when you look at these images before you, some of these folks were BFA graduates of the Academy. Some pursued the associate degree because many years ago we were a 2-year program. Now we're a 4-year program. So in reference to our history, next year is the millennium anniversary. We will be celebrating our 100th year in 2023. And when you guys look at these images, I'm sure a lot of them are very recognizable to you. One of the original creators of Coca-Cola Santa, Hayden Sunbloom, attended the Academy. One of the the creator, I should say, of the Coppertone Baby was Joyce Ballantyne. That was actually her daughter, little unknown fact. Alex Ross is actually a very well-known graphic novel artist. And then in the gaming industry, we have had alum work over at Bungie. They've worked on both Halo and Destiny. And actually one of the creators of Mortal Kombat went to our school. We are very well known for illustration. So getting back to the programs that we offer with our BFA, there's a commercial art segment. So you're going to have illustration, which includes traditional and digital illustration. There's graphic design that also includes app and web design, 3D modeling and animation, art direction, and our photo program is basically inclusive of darkroom and digital practice. And my fine art major is painting. So what I'd like to do is just take a moment to share a little further about what does your first year look like at the Academy. All students will take foundations courses in their first semester. So fundamentals of art is going to teach you perspective. It's going to teach you how to bring color theory into your assignments and your projects. It will teach you the elements and principles of design, like shape, form, pattern, rhythm. Then you do life drawing. And life drawing is very different from drawing that some students are exposed to because you are drawing from life. So we're not drawing from photographs or magazines. We're drawing from live costume models. We're drawing from our own reflection, creating a self-portrait, and we're also doing still life. Also, students at the Academy have to take, like your math and your science and your English. We call them humanities and sciences. Other schools may refer to this as general education. But because we are regionally accredited, we're simply not just offering art. We have to offer other components of the curriculum as well. But what I want you to know is many of these are geared towards art. So that's why a lot of kids, this is a great match for a lot of students, because our science elective is anatomy. But it's not the anatomy that someone would take if they were going to pursue a field in like the medical field. It's actually illustrating the muscular system and the skeletal system. It's drawing components of the head and the face. And it's really helping students understand that when you learn how to draw the eyes and when you learn how to draw the mouth, what you're essentially doing is you're creating expression. And that's really important for someone who's going to do character concept, portrait drawing, anything like that. What I'm going to try and squeeze in is just one alum. This is what we call an alumni spotlight. This is a past student of the Academy who is a freelance illustrator and designer. Brian has done a lot of really cool work out there, one being skateboard designs, as you see here, also working in the music industry with indie bands, also working with Guitar Hero, Metallica, Morrissey, Green Day, and Foo Fighters. So I will end at this point, and I will go into the chat and put a link for our upcoming open house on April 2nd, as well as our website. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. My name is Samantha Moran, and I am an admissions counselor at the Cleveland Institute of Art. We'll go ahead and get started here. So the Cleveland Institute of Art is a leading international art and design college located right in Cleveland, Ohio. This is an image of our main academic building, which is right in University Circle, the area which is filled with tons of things to do, and it's surrounded by so many well-known museums. Our campus is called University Circle. It's very culturally diverse. This is an image of Wade Lagoon, which also in the very back, that is the museum, the Cleveland Museum of Art. So we have that right there, and it's only a 10-minute walk from our main academic building, which creates a really great resource for our students. Oftentimes faculty members are taking their students over to the museum for class to see some of these works firsthand. And Cleveland is just such a beautiful city. It's located right on the northeast edge of Ohio, right on Lake Erie. As you can see here in the image, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then we also have the Cleveland Science Center as well. So many things to do in the area, and it's just a short bus ride away. And this is just an aerial view shot that really showcases how lush and beautiful the campus is. As I mentioned, University Circle really does have so many different resources just steps away from our campus. So with that being said, we have the Museum of Contemporary Art, which is literally across the street from our freshman residence hall. We also have the Crawford Auto Aviation Museum, just stepped away, the Museum of Natural History, we have the Sculpture Center, and then we also have two major hospital systems, both the Cleveland Clinic and the University Hospitals, which are also just steps away. And those make for really great resources. For example, we have a major, it's called Life Sciences Illustration, which is formerly known as biomedical art. Those students get to oversee different surgeries. So they get to bring a sketchbook in to surgeries at university hospitals. So that entire surgery, they're sitting there with the sketchbook, sketching the whole process, which is a very unique experience and really great that we have that resource right here within our fingertips. There's different festivals every year that are going on, especially during the summer. We also, it doesn't even matter what season it is. I mean, even we do get the Cleveland winters, as you would expect, but you can take a break from those Cleveland winters by going to the Cleveland Botanical Garden, which is right there, right around Wade Oval. And every year, the major animation studios take their new film on a college tour, discussing their new works with students studying illustration, animation, and other digital arts. A few years back, some engineering students from Case Western Reserve University collaborated with our students to create some wearable arts. And then we celebrated it and had a whole fashion show. So it was a really fun experience for our students to create wearable lit art. So here you can see our faculty are all practicing artists in their own field. They're all professionals in their own field. Dan Cafaro specifically is a design professor. He was both a teacher and alum. Dana Schutz, very amazing artist, painter in New York City. She often visits our students at the Cleveland Institute of Art to give them feedback on their work. We have many different projects that are going on. One in particular is the Student Independent Exhibition and Creativity Works, which provides our students the opportunity to learn how to curate an entire exhibition, install different artworks, market an entire event, and present themselves in a very professional manner, and just trying to organize the entire gallery. We have real world partners that come visit our school and talk with our students one-on-one. It's a really great opportunity for our students to showcase some of the works that they've created and talk with artists that are working in their field already. And fine arts majors also get practice and experience in the real world, working outside of the studio. This is actually an image of Davon Brantley, who is also currently an admissions counselor at the Cleveland Institute of Art. He was contacted by the Cleveland Clinic to help produce a mural on their campus. And also using these organizations and resources right around the area, we had the Cleveland Natural History Museum reach out to our students to create a design for their 100th anniversary. So it was really awesome that one of our students' design was picked and it was showcased everywhere. It was on all the signs in the area, on all the websites and all of the merchandise, which was really, really exciting for our students. We also have had so many different collaborations. We talked a little bit about one of the collaborations with Case Western Reserve University, but we also had a collaboration with the Cleveland Institute of Music as well, since they are right on the same campus. And our animation students got to work in the planetarium in conjunction with the Cleveland Institute of Music to create this 360-degree in the round animation to follow with the Cleveland Institute of Music. Our animation students have worked alongside different movies. For example, we had the Dog Eat Dog movie was filmed right in Cleveland. So a lot of our students were able to help out with the storyboarding for that. So there's so many different real world connections going on. We've had some of our students go over to the dialysis center, meeting patients and actually really getting to experience that and drawing with them one-on-one. This, as you can see, is our George Gunn building. This is our main academic facility. On the right-hand side, this is where our gallery space is. We actually have 2 gallery spaces for our students. We have glass studios, There's spaces to create digitally. And in the back, you can see that is our upperclassmen residence hall. We have different green screen spaces, which allow our students to make pieces that really come to life. And it's really nice that our students are really not limited in size whatsoever and technology. We have a digital output center, which really allows our students to create works digitally. We have 3D
Samantha.
printers. Yes.
Hi, you've hit your 6 minutes. Go ahead and wrap up your final thought.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So every single one of our students gets a studio space of their own, depending on the major. And that's about it. I will drop a link for all of our majors in our school and the link to apply as well. So thank you very much.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sound good.
Okay. Oh, whoops, there we go. All right. I am Pam Matalano from FIDM, which stands for the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. FIDM began a little over 50 years ago in Los Angeles, California, started as a 2-year fashion college to prepare people for that industry in California. They now have expanded to many different majors besides just fashion. And we really pride ourselves in hiring faculty that still work in their respective industries. I'll tell you about our other majors in a minute here. Besides fashion, we have some specialized creative business options. We have interior design, graphic design, digital media, digital cinema, and also some others in the entertainment industry like set design and costume design. You can see on this screen that we do have different levels of degrees. We still have the associate degree, just like we started out with. We also have the 4-year bachelor's degree and an MBA. This allows students to build their curriculum the way they want it. And I'll give you an example of this. If a student starts with an associate degree in graphic design, in their second year, they'll need to make a decision as to whether they want to graduate with that associate degree and go out into the work world for a while, or if they want to go ahead and go into one of our bachelor's programs. So even though they started in graphic design, they could continue the last 2 years in graphic design, in visual communication, in digital media, in digital marketing. So there are many options of ways you can kind of customize your degree. So we call them building blocks. And we feel like this really helps students because they're not committing to 4 years of study in the beginning, only 2 years. It also helps to alleviate losing coursework, when you're changing major. So we feel like that's a big advantage for us. Now, just like in Chicago, we have many corporations here. I am a local college rep. In LA, we know there are many major corporations as well. And the strongest industries there, of course, are technology, the television film industry, and the design and fashion industry. Now you can see at the bottom of this slide, these are some of the companies that we partner with there in Southern California. By partnering, we mean we work with them to design classroom projects. They may provide guest lectures, part-time jobs, internships for our students. So we really rely on these companies like Nike, Victoria's Secrets, Kiehl's, Disney, and another one I'll mention is Mattel. We have a strong connection with the Barbie doll, believe it or not. And this has been our motto, if you will, for the last several years, the design of business and the business of design. We really do not want to, continue that thought that people that are artistic and creative can't make a decent living. So we are infusing business classes in all of our curriculum. So even if you're studying one of the design majors on the associate level, you will have some design classes. And likewise, if you are in one of the business majors, you will have some infusion of some creative classes too. So we want you to be well rounded with both those right brain and those left brain skills. Now, here are our 20 majors. This slide doesn't happen to show you which ones are associate degree level and which one are bachelor's degree level, but we have 10 that you can start with in the associate level and then continue any of them on the bachelor's level. Now, of this listing, the ones that students most frequently come to FIDM for are still fashion design is number 1, merchandise and marketing, or the business of fashion, number 2. Creative industry studies that you see there actually has 10 options under it. That's for transfer students. FIDM does take quite a few transfer students. And then to round out the top 5, we've got the international manufacturing and product development, which is really teaching you how to bring a product to market. And then the 5th one being visual communications. Now, what we're finding with visual communications, it's of course a lot of display for retailers, planning maybe pop-up shops, but also a little bit of carryover to event planning. So that's what we see our visual communication students doing. This is a short video of some students talking about their experience at the college.
FIDM to me means creative opportunity and success.
Like, I can look at a brand or a company, I can decipher their advertisements. That's a gift that FIDM gave to me. I use a design ethos for products, for people, to everyday life. It's like, okay, I'm a fashion designer, I'm a designer of life.
FIDM gives us the tools to step into the industry and be well-rounded, and we have that passion, but now we have all the tools to take it to the next level. I love how unique I feel, but also in a community and how we can come together and create.
I've made lifelong friends here.
Definitely feel a sense of community and love here and acceptance.
Now that I'm here, I feel like I belong here.
It's just really inspiring and very unique. I don't really feel like there's another place like it.
FIDM is definitely a small college experience, about 3,000 students. And so that gives you about a 1 to 12 to 15 ratio with professor and students. So pretty small. You can see we have quite a few different activities and organizations on campus. And we also take, yes.
Hi, sorry, you've hit your 6-minute mark, so go ahead and finish up your final thought.
All right, thank you so much. We do take scholarships if you belong to DECA or FCCLA. And I want to just finish by showing you this slide. And if you're interested in more information, just take a photo of that and use the corresponding QR code. Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry, I'm having a couple technical difficulties. Okay, can everybody see this?
We see you, Amy. We don't see your screen yet.
Okay. Okay, now am I good?
There we go. That looks great.
Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Hi, everybody. My name is Amy. I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor at Kendall College of Art and Design at Ferris State University. We are located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So we are about 2.5 hours away from Chicago. We're centered right between the main kind of pathway between Chicago and Detroit. We are a mid-sized city in Western Michigan, and Kendall has been a part of our creative community for almost 95 years. So we've been a school, first independent school, and now we are a part of Ferris State University, and we've been a part of that university for a little over 20 years. So what that means with our partnership with Ferris State University is we are actually a public college, offering specialized degree programs in fine art, design, and art history. One unique thing about our relationship with our parent university, unlike some of our other state universities, is we actually sit on a different campus than them. So we're located about 45 minutes apart from our parent university. That allows us to maintain our autonomy and provide an experience very much like the private and independent art and design schools around the country. So we, again, have pretty small class sizes and student to faculty ratio, about 11:1. We have a campus population of less than 1,000 students. So you're getting a really close-knit community feel, but you're also getting that specialized attention from your faculty. You're getting to know your peers and having a little bit more of that intimate experience outside of the large university. So our campus, this is our campus. It's in right downtown Grand Rapids. 2 buildings hosting all of our studio spaces and facilities for students. And we're actually in the process of adding to our campus. We're going to be building a building right in between these that will be a mixed use space for the community, also student common space, dorms, and some retail space. So we offer 13 different undergraduate programs, 4-year programs. We offer 2 associate's degrees, and then specialized museum studies minor, and almost all of our other programs can be taken as minors as well. So something that we recognize as being a part of a larger university is the need to have a wide skill set, not only in your concentration in fine art and design, but also for that liberal arts experience as well. So we also require students to take humanities, social sciences, math and science type courses, but that's only a small percentage of the actual curriculum. So most of our students are focused in on the studio experience. I wanted to quick show a bunch of pictures of our campus and our studio facility spaces, just to give you an idea about what our students are doing within the school, and also some of these connections. So we like to take our students outside of the building. So we're having them exposed outside of their classroom. We'll get into student common spaces. We'll go outside. We'll go to the local museums, and a lot of this community connection is across a bunch of the different programs. We have partnerships with the symphony and the ballet, with our fashion studies program. Our life sciences and pre-medical illustration program work very closely with the medical field industry in the Grand Rapids area. We have a really large healthcare system here that a lot of our students are connected with. They're also taking a lot of their science focused classes through Michigan State University's College of Human Medicine, which is also located in Grand Rapids. So you're getting kind of that different campus experience with a lot of the programs. We host a lot of on-campus events, guest artist lectures, prospective student events. We like to have a lot of interaction with our students and our prospective students. So we'll bring in some hands-on activities, workshops, demos. We also really want to embrace the feeling of kind of that normalcy when you come to a smaller community focused school. So we have on-campus events for our students and trying to create that community outside of the classroom as well. Really close, like I said, small class sizes, you're getting that experience, focusing on working with your peers, but also working with your faculty members very closely, working through a lot of those ideas, not just on the thesis level, but really from the get-go when you first come into the college. We start a curriculum for our students with a foundation studio focus within your first year. Those classes are applicable to any program. So a lot of our students, if they don't know what they want to do, they'll be able to take an entire full year of coursework before they even have to declare a major. With that, we're trying to balance out the studio experience with those humanities and art history classes. So you're not just focusing on just doing your gen eds at once, but you're getting that studio experience right away. Along with our partnership with the university, that gives us a lot of exposure to different resources. We have a lot of the on-campus resources on our parent campus that are available to our students. And we also, part of that is the cost that goes into the college itself. Art and design school is typically a little bit more pricey than going to a state college or university, and something that we are able to offer our students is that state college tuition rate, and it makes going to art and design school a little bit more achievable and equitable for students. So just wanted to finish just showing some campus photos. We have a lot of hands-on clubs, organizations, students get experience in other programs, lots of critique time with your faculty members, a lot of cross-disciplinary work that you're doing. So even if you're in a specific major, you don't have to stay within that specific major the entire time you're in your program. And so you're getting a lot of that real world experience and experience outside of your program while you're in your specific major. We have a lot of specialized spaces on campus, from museums and private collections for furniture, recording studios, and things like that too. So even if you're not focusing in that major, then you can still have that opportunity for even your side projects and your hobbies. And I will end with a picture of one of our commencement ceremonies at this really beautiful local church of ours. I will drop a link in the comments with our website and how you can get in touch with us and potentially visit campus, because we're not super far away from Chicago. So that is it. Thanks so much, everybody.
Okay, hi everyone. My name's Jonathan and I work at SAIC, School of the Art Institute of Chicago, as the Illinois admission counselor. So I work with all of our local students in the city, in the state of Illinois. So I'm kind of your go-to if you have any questions after today's event. So to begin, I think a good place to just kind of highlight SAIC is to talk a little bit about our ranking, where we are right now. I think that's always a smart idea when you're looking into a specialized school, to consider its national and international ranking, because it will give you a sense of the quality of education you'd be receiving from that institution and the resources you have available once you graduate. So right now, SAIC is ranked within the top 2 art schools in the nation, as well as being in the top 10 worldwide. So we're very highly ranked in both categories. And one big component of that is going to be the relationship that we have to the Art Institute of Chicago, which is that big museum that's right downtown on Michigan Avenue. It kind of acts as a major resource for our students. In fact, the school is what originally had founded the Art Institute of Chicago. And a lot of people are a little surprised to hear that, since the museum is more well known. But in fact, the school is what kind of came first. We were founded back in 1866. And so for today, our students still utilize that as kind of this resource, an extension of the classroom, a space that they can go into and apply the knowledge they learn within the classroom in the study, in the collection itself. So you spend a lot of time in the museum as a student at the school. Another big component about SAIC is that we are actually a majorless institution. So we do not offer majors to our students. Instead, we believe in what's called an interdisciplinary education, which provides you, the student, much more autonomy in your four-year degree to basically curate and select amongst the 48 different areas of study that we do have at the school, a curriculum that is going to be specific and unique to you. So no two students study the exact same thing at SAIC because it is all in consideration to what you want to study, when you want to study it, and that can change over the 4 years. So you can move around in the school and try a lot of different things and get quite experimental. So instead of majors, we have overarching degree pathways available to our students. The most encompassing is going to be the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Studio Arts. This is pretty much what most of our students are studying. It incorporates any studio arts proper, painting and drawing, ceramics, fiber, I said ceramics, as well as our art and technology students, sound, film, new media, and students focusing in the designed areas like fashion design or visual communication. So it is the vast majority of our students pursuing that pathway. We do have a few that are more specialized, such as the BFA with an emphasis in writing. This is for any student interested in a writing practice. Maybe they'd like to be a journalist, a novelist, a comics artist, a screenwriter. We also have a BFA with an emphasis in art education, and then 2 BA tracks in art history, as well as visual and critical studies. Now to just highlight the different areas of study that you can move within the school. As I said before, we have 48 different areas of study that you can freely self-determine where you'd like to study within. So you can look at a list like this on the screen and kind of get a sense that you can have multiple interests, maybe 2 or 3 things that really excite you, and you're allowed to study in all of those and maybe add into another one as you're moving through those 4 years. So while I was a student at SAIC, I worked primarily in fiber, in material studies, in sculpture, and in print media, but I did take classes in different areas as well. And for me, that was very beneficial. It helped me build a very kind of wide and diverse skill set, a tool set in my own practice that then helped me in terms of job prospects and careers. Now, to highlight that, SAIC does have a very robust career and professional experience department, which is going to be the kind of area that you can go into in the school to basically assist with job prospects, internship opportunities, different things that we have available to our students. We fulfill 700 internships every single year, and they're with companies such as the ones that you see on the screen right now. So they're very kind of well known in their field. Our success rate for our graduates, once they are finished with their bachelor's degree, is going to be currently it's 93%. We've been as high as 95, but the pandemic did have an effect on that, of our students being employed 6 months after graduation in jobs related to the areas of study that they were pursuing at the school. And these are full-time positions. Now, in terms of the application and applying to SAIC, we do use the Common App. The most important part of our portfolio the most important part of our application, is going to be the portfolio, which is a submission of 10 to 15 images or 5 minutes of time-based work. We also ask for an artist statement, high school transcripts, 1 letter of recommendation, and we are a test optional school, so you don't need to worry about SAT or ACT scores. Another main thing to know about SAIC is that all admitted students will receive some form of a merit scholarship. It's a guaranteed award, but it does vary in its value. So to find yourself in the higher end of that scale, and the higher end, we're talking around 55% of the entire cost of the program, taking time with your portfolio is really going to be key. Another thing is ensuring that you apply as early as you can. Our early action deadline, which is non-binding, is November 15th. And staying engaged, staying in touch with us, reaching out, setting up a portfolio review, visiting us on campus. We're right downtown, of course. And then I will go ahead and end there, but my contact information is on the screen. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, you can also scan the QR code and fill out that form to get updates about SAIC and different events happening in the near future. But thank you, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Derek. I am the representative for Cook County for Millikin University. Really happy to be here with you guys and a proud alum of the class of 2014. So I'm happy to share some more information about Millikin with you all. If you don't know anything about us, we are located in Decatur, Illinois. So we are right in the middle of the state, central Illinois area, next to Springfield, Champaign, and Bloomington. So we're about 2.5 to 3 hours south of the city of Chicago, same distance around that from Indianapolis and St. Louis too, to kind of give you a perspective. So a little bit more about Decatur. We have about 75,000 residents. So we like to describe that as being between a small town and a city. So you kind of get that mom and pop feel as well as being in a city. It's not just, one stoplight and tumbleweeds rolling through. We have a really vibrant music and art scene on campus as well as in the city, and really awesome parks and rec facilities, as well as job and internship opportunities for students. We're also the original home of the Chicago Bears. If you didn't know that, the Decatur Staleys is what they started as in Decatur. Millikin by the numbers. So at a glance, we have about 2,000 students on campus. So like a lot of people have said already today, a lot of reps have said that is going to give you a close-knit campus community, a really awesome relationship with your professors and with the other staff and the students that you're working with. So we really want to make sure that you have a genuine connection with them, and that way you can use that while you're a student in post-graduation. So I graduated over 7 years ago, and I still talk to my advisor and my faculty today, and they still help me out. So I think that's really cool. We also want to get you that experience firsthand freshman year, so you won't have to wait until junior and senior year to get into those major classes that you're interested in. So we have the opportunity for students to be working in their major and with their within their field and internship opportunities freshman year, starting day one. Some other numbers that aren't listed on here, our graduate success rate is about 97%. So 97% of our students last year from the class of 2021, they went on to graduate school to continue another degree or went on to land a job within 6 months of graduation. And then another number that I like to share is about 89% of our students are placing a job within their field. So that shows some of the level of preparedness that we've got students set up for. So at Millikin, we are a liberal arts college with a comprehensive education. So we do have 4 schools and colleges. For the most part, our top majors include the fine arts. So a lot of students are within the College of Fine Arts, which includes the School of Theater and Dance, the School of Music, and the newly named School of Art and Creative Media. So that includes studio art, art education, visual arts, arts administration, arts technology, and visual media, and audio and technology in that realm. We also have majors including nursing, education, exercise science and sport, a whole school for business, so entrepreneurship, digital media marketing, creative media, that go along with businesses, human resources, and those kinds of things. So a lot of students are taking the chance to double major or minor in some of these other areas too, if they're wanting to pursue something in the arts, or if you are interested in arts and you want to study something else though, you can still be involved in our arts programs or in ensembles or art club or anything like that with the creative mind. We also have an exploratory studies program. So if you are unsure of what you want to major in, you can work with our CAP office, who helps with academics and career services, and they'll help you figure out the right path for you, so you don't have to decide just yet. At Millikin, we have a ton of different ways to get involved as well. So we have over 75 student organizations that students can get involved in. If we don't have something that you want to do or participate in, you can start that yourself, which I think is really cool. Outside of that, they have different organizations for academics versus performing arts organizations, or the art club like I mentioned before, different ensembles and choirs, dance groups, there's improv groups, students who are putting on programming, doing media. There's production organizations that run sound for concerts and things like that. Students that are working on the newspaper, the radio station, they're doing making their own magazines and publishing them on campus and at our book press. So there's some opportunities for students to get hands-on learning there as well. We also offer 23 CCIW Division III teams. So if you're interested in athletics, we have that on campus, as well as study abroad, different opportunities if you were interested in intramurals or just getting involved. There's a ton of stuff going on campus outside of classes. We also have some service opportunities for students, as well as support services. So if you're looking for tutoring or to be a tutor or a mentor for students, that is also available through our academic or career services office. At Millikin, we also have an opportunity to study abroad. So this is something that I didn't get to do, and I really wish that I did. So I'd like to share a little bit about it. We have the opportunity to go on an immersion for a couple of weeks, or you can do a whole semester abroad. So if you wanted to get that experience globally and also earn credits towards graduation, we offer over 20 countries and then 35 partner schools that we have a tuition exchange program with as well. So students have the opportunity no matter what major they're in. And then a little bit about how to apply and how to visit. If you're a current senior, we still have applications open. So we have a rolling admission basis. There's no deadline for that up until the first day of classes. We're test optional this year and expecting to be next year as well. So you don't have to worry about that either. We're on Common App and on our online website. So it's super simple to apply. Like I said before, if you have questions about anything, I'm the rep for Cook County and for St. Egg. We also have visits in person and online. So if you're interested, our next big visit day is April 23rd. You can go to millikin.edu/visit and I'll put a link down below for you guys. Thanks for your time.
All right, fantastic job, everyone. That was a ton of great information, and it actually brought us to the end of our time together. So as my timer goes off. So we don't even have any time to go through some Q&A. I just have one final slide to share with everyone. Just a very quick thank you to everyone for joining us, students, attendees, and especially all of our presenters. Students and attendees, when you close your window, there will be a link to a very, very quick, I promise, very quick 5-question survey. If you're willing to fill it out and share any feedback with us, we greatly appreciate it. There are 2 other rounds of sessions happening tonight, so check out that schedule if you're not signed up for anything and sign up for some additional sessions. And just a reminder, you'll find the recording for this session as well as all other sessions at strivescan.com/Ignatius. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.